This is the European Union, a joint organization of member states that together is home to 447 million people, making it the third largest economy globally, trailing only behind China and the USA. Additionally, the EU includes 20 member countries that use the euro, which stands as the second most widely held reserve currency after the US dollar. And by all accounts, their economy is doing quite well, but it is at risk of some serious problems and is teetering on the edge of economic uncertainty. The Eurozone faces potential collapse, and its economy is in a fragile condition, made worse by the wave of retiring baby boomers pushing it deeper into crisis. These problems could trigger a major financial crisis that would have a domino effect on global stability. And the question on everyone's mind is, can effective measures be taken to prevent this looming disaster? Europe's reputation as an economic giant is tightly linked to its rich cultural and industrial background. For hundreds of years, this area has been key in shaping the world's economy. Countries like the UK, Germany, France, and more haven't just been at the heart of this history, they've also led the way in bringing new ideas and growth to the economy. Their joint efforts have been crucial in pushing economic principles and policies that have made an impact far and wide. Europe's mix of different economic strengths, from manufacturing leaders to key financial centers, has woven a distinct pattern that has supported a lot of the economic development and steadiness across the globe. Yet recent events have put a damper on this proud history. Europe has been experiencing major economic and widespread setbacks. And to make matters worse, a significant number of its baby boomers have begun retiring at an increasing rate year over year, with no indication of slowing down. Some into poverty, leading to both demographic and financial pressures on the economy. In short, Europe is getting too old too fast. And the current instability is contributing to a broader concern, that being a major economic recession, and if left unchecked, the potential collapse of the Eurozone's entire economy. This isn't just a regional issue, it's a crisis with global implications threatening the entire fabric of European unity and economic cooperation. These economic challenges stem from a combination of factors, including aging populations, changing global dynamics, and policy decisions. The way these elements interact is complex, contributing to the current precarious situation. As mentioned at the start of the video, Europe has an age problem. More specifically, they have an increasing aging population, and it's going to cost a fortune. Baby boomers are retiring by the masses, while at the same time birth rates are declining, resulting in fewer young people to replace them in the workforce. And this is creating economic turmoil now and threatens to continue in the coming decades. The share of the population over 65 years of age is set to rise dramatically from 19% now to around 25% by 2040, which is an unprecedented degree of societal aging. With such a dramatic demographic shift comes increased government spending on healthcare, pensions, and elderly care support. Total expenditure could quadruple from $243 billion today to a staggering $1 trillion by 2072. Even more concerning is that this spending is expected to double as a percentage of GDP to 21% over time. More worryingly, the ratio of the number of elderly people compared to the number of people of working age will surge from 33% today to 60% by the end of the century. This means that taxes will have to rise significantly for a decreasing number of workers to cover the increasing costs of elderly care, potentially leading to slower growth and lower living standards for the remaining workforce. But is there anything that can be done about this? Well, to counteract the effects of an aging population, the UK's economy would have to hit massive growth rates of 2.9% annually for the next 50 years. However, given that the forecasted average growth is just 1.4% for the coming 5 years, achieving such phenomenal growth seems extremely optimistic. Needless to say, things are not looking good on this issue. But this is not the only serious issue Europe faces. Let's dive into the economic disparities across the Eurozone, where we find a mixed bag of financial conditions. Nations like Greece, Italy, and Spain grapple with debt and sluggish growth, starkly contrasting Germany's robust economy. This economic disparity raises critical questions about the Eurozone's collective financial strategies and their sustainability. Turning to the banking sector, we see that the lingering effects of past financial crises are more than just a memory. The large number of non-performing loans in several European banks remains a critical issue, indicating that many loans may never be repaid. This issue is made worse by some banks having insufficient capital reserves, raising concerns about their ability to withstand future economic shocks. These vulnerabilities within the banking sector not only threaten the financial stability of individual EU countries, but could also lead to wider economic impacts across Europe, affecting both domestic and international markets. The health of the banking sector is therefore a critical factor in Europe's overall economic resilience. Political changes bring even more complexity to the situation. The increase in populism and political division, particularly in countries like France and Italy, could disrupt economic balances, contributing to the region's economic instability. Additionally, Europe's economic stability is greatly affected by global trade patterns. Its sensitivity to international trade conflicts and sudden changes, exemplified by the COVID-19 pandemic, shows how susceptible the continent is to outside economic forces. And then we have Brexit. When the UK withdrew from the European Union on January 31, 2020, their departure marked a significant shift in its economy. This transition has led to a reconfiguration of trade patterns and investment flows. Furthermore, the complexity of new trade regulations and market trends continues to play a pivotal role in shaping the nation's economic policy and direction. These changes have also raised questions about labor mobility and the future of the UK's workforce. Analyzing the potential collapse of the Eurozone reveals its far-reaching implications for the global economy, with consequences spanning across financial markets, trade, and the risk of a worldwide recession. The EU's economic contraction and the potential recession indicate the fragile nature within European economies. A Eurozone collapse could further worsen this, leading to global financial market instability. The closely linked ties of global finance, especially with European markets, suggest that volatility in Europe could significantly impact worldwide markets. Much of Europe's economy is still weak, due partly to the after-effects of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, and its forecasted decrease in GDP given its close performance to Russia, a major global player affected by sanctions, highlights the intricate nature of international trade. A Eurozone collapse could further disrupt these already strained trade networks, affecting global supply chains and economies in various continents. Furthermore, the economic struggles faced by retired baby boomers in Europe highlight the possibility of more extensive economic problems across Europe. Should the Eurozone fall apart, similar social and economic difficulties could become more common, raising the chances of a worldwide recession given Europe's substantial economic connections with other countries. So are there any strategies to mitigate these risks and ensure European stability? Building on the lessons from the UK's economic contraction, it is crucial for Eurozone countries to strengthen their coordination in fiscal spending and monetary policy. This collaboration can help manage inflation, boost growth, and provide stability during economic downturns, as highlighted by the economic challenges faced in the UK. And in response to the decline in GDP and uncertain economic outlook, the Eurozone must focus on strengthening its banking union and implementing robust financial reforms. This could aid in enhancing the resilience of the banking sector against future financial shocks and crises. Now, on the note of the need for fiscal and monetary policy coordination in the Eurozone, it's important to note that this collaboration is crucial to managing inflation and stimulating growth, drawing lessons from the UK's economic situation. A unified approach in fiscal spending and monetary policy among Eurozone countries can provide a more stable and resilient economic environment. The financial struggles of retired baby boomers in the UK highlight the importance for the Eurozone to focus on policies that encourage growth and innovation, especially in emerging areas such as the digital and green economies. Such investment can drive long-term economic stability and growth. Again, as the demographic challenges in the UK is reflecting a broader European trend, the Eurozone should develop strategies to manage an aging population. This may include pension reforms and encouraging higher workforce participation to support economic stability, but it remains uncertain which will work under these circumstances. Looking ahead, the outlook for Europe and its baby boomers will continue to be a complex mix of issues. With an aging population, there is a growing need for healthcare and pensions, while a shrinking workforce presents major financial hurdles. Additionally, the economic landscape, as seen in the UK with its sluggish growth and escalating inflation, reflects wider patterns throughout Europe. These factors indicate the necessity for well-thought-out policies to navigate the challenges of an aging population and economic difficulties efficiently. Let us not forget that the issue of economic slowdown, as seen in the UK, could be seen as an early sign to what other European countries might experience. Increasing inflation, along with sluggish economic growth, could result in stricter budget policies, affecting government spending on social welfare initiatives, such as those benefiting the elderly. The demographic changes also raise questions about the sustainability of current economic models. With fewer people working and more retiring, maintaining a balance between tax income and public expenditures is becoming more difficult. This might necessitate reforms in pension systems and healthcare funding across Europe, and these demographic and economic shifts could impact Europe's position in the global economy. With an aging population, there might be less emphasis on innovation and more on sustainability and healthcare, potentially leading to a reshaping of economic priorities. Europe's economic landscape stands at a critical juncture, grappling with significant economic challenges that threaten its stability and future. The aging population, characterized by the mass retirement of baby boomers and a declining birth rate, places immense pressure on public finances, healthcare, and pension systems, and economic disparities within the Eurozone. The fragility of the banking sector and external factors like Brexit and global trade tensions add layers of complexity to an already precarious situation. But what are your thoughts on this? How do you think the aging population will impact Europe's economic future, and what measures can be taken to mitigate these effects? What role should the banking sector play in stabilizing the Eurozone's economy? And what are the most critical steps that need to be taken to prevent the potential collapse of the Eurozone in the coming decades? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We really hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it. Please do not hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more captivating economic narratives. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video.